this is Michelle Leahy with Reedy Press. Today I'm joined by Rossilynne Culgan. Rossilynne is the director of The Incline, a Pittsburgh news website. She writes about Pittsburgh's dining scene, nightlife, arts community, history, and everything in between. Rossilynne is also the author of 100 Things to Do in Pittsburgh Before You Die, second edition. Rossilynne, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. I'm glad to talk with you.
Yeah. So how did you choose the places to include in your book, 100 Things to Do in Pittsburgh Before You Die?
That was very hard. In some ways, I think that I have been researching this book without knowing it for my whole life because I grew up in Pittsburgh. So I definitely have drawn upon a lot of my own personal experiences and things that I've gotten to experience with family and friends. But then I also asked for recommendations from anybody. So I asked on Twitter and Facebook for ideas. And then I had a very, very long list of probably more than 200 that I tried to whittle down, which was very difficult. And there definitely were some things that were left on the chopping block that I'll maybe have to hold for the next edition.
There you go. What are some of the more unique things to Pittsburgh that you included in your book?
There's so many Pittsburgh has so many unique things, and it's hard to narrow them down. But I'd say one of the most unique is a museum called the Bayernhof, and it is a music machine museum. So it is all about antique music machines. And if you go, you get to hear the story of the person who founded this museum. His name is Charlie Brown, not that Charlie Brown, but you get to hear his story, and you also get to see these amazing antique music machines. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I will say that one involves taxidermy. So let your imagination run wild, and it's just really, I've never seen anything like that in any other city, so that is pretty cool.
Interesting. Definitely something to do when I'm in Pittsburgh.
Yes, for sure.
So who do you think your targeted audience is for this book? Or is it somebody who has lived in Pittsburgh their entire life, or maybe just somebody visiting?
So it's definitely a mix of both. I really tried to make the book accessible for people who are just visiting. There's itineraries in the back. So if you're visiting in a particular season, you can choose activities that will be good for you at that time of year. And you can also narrow it down by things that you're interested in. But it's also definitely for locals who've lived here forever, myself included. My parents grew up in this area, and I brought them with me on many of the adventures as I was researching the book. So if I can stump them who've lived here for many decades, definitely there is something new for longtime Pittsburghers to find as well.
I love it. I love the idea of those itineraries in the back. It's just sort of like the perfect day planned out. I love that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed making those.
I bet. So what do you think, or what do you hope that your book tells readers about Pittsburgh? What's the overall impression that you want to leave about Pittsburgh?
I think the overall impression is just how special this place is. Pittsburgh is really a Renaissance city. It's been through a lot with the steel collapse, and Pittsburgh has really kind of fought back and has created this new identity for itself, but I think it also hasn't forgotten its roots, and I think that's something that's so special. So I wanted hopefully people to catch that feeling, and also just the feeling that I think this is a really welcoming place. This is a place where there is kind of something for everybody. So I hope that people will find that, and when they're perusing the pages, they'll find something for them.
I love that. Any suggestions from your book of things that we can do during this time of social distancing?
Yeah, definitely. So we are in Pittsburgh under a stay-at-home order. So that, of course, makes checking things off your bucket list pretty difficult. But a lot of our museums and cultural attractions are doing online programming. So Heinz History Center, for example, is one of my favorite museums in Pittsburgh, and they have a ton of online resources. So If you're a parent who's maybe trying to keep your kids entertained and keep them learning, they have resources that you can use. And then also, if you're just looking for something for yourself to explore, they have resources for you too. Carnegie Science Center is a huge science museum in the area, and they also have educational resources that are great to check out and really cool science experiments. So if you go on their Facebook page, they'll have different activities that you can try. Whether you are a kid or a kid at heart, they're a lot of fun. So you can sort of explore our local treasures without going outside.
I love that. I love that. Where can people go to pick up a copy of your book or just connect with you?
Yes, so my website is 100thingspittsburgh.com. That's the number 100. And there is a way to get in touch with me there if you are looking for any specific suggestions. I love to help out readers, and you can also pick up a copy of the book there as well.
Wonderful. All right, Rossilynne, thank you so much for writing such a cool book about Pittsburgh. I can't wait to visit there someday and do some of the 100 things.
Thank you. I can't wait to get out on the town again as well. Someday soon.
Yes, someday soon. All right. Thank you so much.